Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I wanted to discuss a topic which is very close and relatable to a lot of anime watchers, and that is choosing an anime website or a tracker. Almost everyone who watches anime tracks or at least tries to track the anime they watch through various ways. Some people just keep it in their mind while others may be using something like the Notes app on their phones. Some might even go the extra mile and write them down on a notebook. But the easiest and the most efficient way to track anime is still by using specific services or websites which are used to track anime. I'm pretty sure anyone who's gotten into anime has heard about MyAnimeList. It's a very popular anime tracking and forum website which tons of people use to track their anime too. But MyAnimeList isn't the only mainstream anime tracker out right now. Even though we have many other anime trackers, AniList might be the closest competitor for MyAnimeList. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons about both of these services and why I switched from the long-standing MyAnimeList to AniList. So let's start by looking at their website. MyAnimeList is pretty old at this point, and that shows on their website too. It's not a bad thing by any means, and some people might prefer this design over the more modern design of AniList. Everything is laid out in front of you and you don't have to go searching for each and everything. Both of them has an account system so you can sync to all of your devices and back up your anime anytime. Both of these services has almost every anime that you can think of. MyAnimeList, being older, had an edge during the early days of AniList on the library and the database. But right now AniList has just as much if not more anime and manga on their database. Mal is like a grandfather right now and it shows sometimes. But there are some things that just is still better on Mal, and the most notable one being the forums. Keep in mind that AniList also got forums, but Mal's forums in my opinion are just way better. People ask valid and better questions, and you also get called the right slur depending upon your race. AniList in this case is a bit weird because most of the forum activity is kinda pretty bad or average at best. Also, finding if you're actually talking about the same anime is kind of a hassle. But both of them has forums and it's a clear winner for Mal on this one. Another aspect I think where Mal kinda shines is you can do custom CSS based anime list. So if you really want to show off your anime list in your own style, you can do it. But this is really not that big of a deal because AniList's watchlist UI is still really beautiful without needing to do anything extra. So it depends on if you really want to put in the extra work to make it look beautiful, or if you're just fine with how the default look of AniList is. But other than that, I think Mal still has to make some changes and improve certain aspects because AniList got some very big pluses that really makes Mal a deal breaker for me. I have actually used both Mal and AniList around equal amounts of time. Then I switched from Mal to AniList, and here's why. First of all, the scoring system. Mal's scoring system is pretty straightforward. That is, you can give a rating from 1 to 10 and that's it, you're done. But have you felt sometimes that some of these shows are not an 8 but not a 9 at the same time, and you can give that sweet 8.5 or 8.7 or 6.9 rating? Well, yeah, that's where AniList kind of really comes into play. In AniList, you got the advanced scoring system where you can make it so that you can give your rating out of 5, out of 10, or with decimals. So heck, you can even go the extra mile and actually give ratings for individual aspects of the anime, like story or visuals or even audio. Another very big feature for me, and that's just personally for me, is native dark mode. Yes, native dark mode is a normal feature and every single website should have it in 2022, but Mal still doesn't. This is probably just a nitpick and just personal preference of mine, which most people won't care about, but yeah, I still prefer a website which wouldn't be flashing on me when I look at hentai at 3 AM. The next thing is the search engine. While Mal's search engine is totally fine and works most of the time, it also acts very weird sometimes. I don't get the thing that I search for even when it's spelled exactly how it is, and yes, even stuff that are actually in Mal's database. Also, the amounts of tags that you can use to search for is also higher compared to MyAnimeList in AniList. This is what I have experienced, but your mileage may actually vary. And you may even find that MyAnimeList search engine is maybe even better than AniList's. This next one is not really a problem of MyAnimeList itself, but have you guys noticed how MyAnimeList's top anime list is always rigged to show Fullmetal Alchemist? I'm not saying Fullmetal Alchemist is a bad show or it doesn't deserve to be on top, but MAL users really like to rig their rating system to favor their favorite anime highly. This is just an observation which I didn't find that prevalent on AniList, probably because the user base is lower and the fans of the anime really don't care that much about rigging the ratings in AniList. Another plus which I found in AniList is the support for more non-Japanese content. That means you can also track and check ratings for your Chinese, Korean animes or manhwas and manhwas. Also in AniList you can add more than 10 favorites. That means you can actually cheat on your waifu more than 10 times. It's not really that big of a deal, but I thought just of mentioning it as a cool feature. And also you can post small statuses in AniList feed like you can in Twitter, which I kind of like. So you can like add a couple of your favorite friends and who also uses AniList, and you can stalk them and bully them for their anime taste. Another very annoying thing about MAL is how broken their API is. It just barely works, but AniList API is just way better with more features too, which means if there's an app or some software which has AniList and MAL integration, then the AniList one will work better and have more features, period. Talking about apps, MAL has an official app for both Android and iOS, while AniList doesn't. But MAL's official app isn't something that I personally use, but instead one of my favorite clients for MAL is called MoList. It's an Android-only client and iOS users will still have to stick with the official MAL app. And in case of AniList, it doesn't have any official app, but both the Android and iOS got wide variety of third-party apps. And my personal favorite is called Otraku. It's available for both Android and iOS, and it kind of works really well. Alchan is also another AniList client which is really popular on Android because it's got a better robust feed system and social system, and some people might actually prefer that. It's also one which is worth trying. Also, I forgot to mention that switching to AniList from MAL is really easy, and it's on their website and how to do step by step. So if you're planning to make the move, it's pretty simple. And that's everything that I want to talk about the big two anime tracking website available today. Both of them has their own pros and cons, and it all depends on how you look at it. MAL is a bit older, a bit more mature with better forums and more user base, while AniList is like the upcoming kid with more features and changes who does a lot of things right. Anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching the video. The support for these videos have been just absolutely skyrocketing, and I just can't thank you guys enough. And that's about it. See ya later.